Now, do you know why people love a Gemini? Because you can die cut and emboss, right? So I'm going to take here an embossing folder, but the problem is we don't have any plates to put in between the embossing folder. So how do you emboss? Well, you actually just take the folder and put the folder straight through the machine. Okay. So you don't need to have your embossing folder. So 3D embossing folder goes straight through, and we've just embossed. I've done it live on air, straight into leather with a 3D embossing folder, right? So the same power and performance. Now, it's exactly the same if we do multiple layers of fabric. So look here, I've taken a few different layers of 100% cotton fabric, not the thin stuff, Adam, the really, really good stuff. I'm going to pop these into the folder. I'm going to pop my lovely butterfly die this time into the folder. I'm going to go through the Gemini Midi with the 4 layers of fabric. So you've always aspired to do this, and you've never had. I'm just winding it backwards, by the way, because this one doesn't turn around. I'm just showing off. And again, I mean, look, I could have done way more. I probably could have done 6, 8 layers of this, right? Actually, no, it's not 4. It's 5 layers of fabric. I didn't know how many I had handy. 5 layers of fabric, not even a thread to trim, Adam. It's cut to absolute perfection. So it's so simple to do. You've got all the performance of a Gemini, but at half the price, and you've got the convenience of a manual machine. I'm going to repeat that. All the performance of the Gemini, but at half the price. So just to really, really do this justice, for Sarah's 17-year anniversary, HSN commissioned this to be exclusively made. A custom-made, limited opportunity. I suppose you could call it a limited edition. One of a kind. There are only 550 that were manufactured. We have them all here. So you can get the Gemini Midi, but to celebrate the 17 years, we have it in the Raspberry Rose. So only 550 people will ever have this Raspberry Rose color, and it's a beautiful color. But what's even better than the color is the performance and the freedom that this gives you in all of your crafting. Remember, it has the power. We just proved that. Sarah just proved it 3 times over. But you've got the power of the electric model, but without the price tag, and that makes this amazing. And also, Sarah, not forgetting that this, if you know my Auntie Trisha, who is your #1 fan, maybe #2 after me, but she always goes to the crafting parties up in North Yorkshire in England. She takes hers with her so they can all get together and have fun. Do you know, so many of us go to crops, go to our friend's house, want to craft out in the garden or whatever, and you want the portability of a manual machine. I would never entertain the idea of making a manual machine, Adam, because I couldn't. If you weren't going to get the power and pressure and performance of a Gemini, I wasn't making the machine. Because why would you ever accept anything less? How could I ever stand on air and say, right, so if you buy a crafter, I'll just put this in straight. If you buy a Crafter's Companion die, this only works on this Crafter's Companion machine, doesn't work on the other Crafter's Companion machines. So the factory that makes our Geminis worked with me and agreed to make the Mini for us so that you can take a really intricate die, you can do that whole tap it out thing, you can lift all the bits out there, and you can see even really intricate dies, when I get my little pokey tool out here, all these little bits, Adam, are going to poke out to absolute perfection because you get that perfect finish. Let me show you this one, actually, because that die is coming up a little bit later in our 11 o'clock show, actually. That is coming up in our Easter Blessing set a little bit later. You're going to absolutely love that. Something else that you would never believe a Gemini could cut through, I always do this, the Coke can demo, right? So just a couple of hours ago, this was our 7 o'clock last night special treats. So you can see we're just upcycling leftover Coke can. I'm going to pop that in. Again, it's a regular die, Adam. It's nothing special about the die. It's the machine that is special, and it's going to pack all the power and performance and pressure that you get from a manual machine. And what I also love is it takes a fraction of the time. I mean, look at this. Cutting into metal. So don't go and buy craft metal. You can just do it, and then I'll go and emboss as well. So I can take that and I can do that embossing. I was going to go and pick up my folders there. You don't need any embossing folder. Your embossing folders go straight through your machine, and it gives you all of the pressure. You take that and performance of embossing in 3D onto all these different surfaces with the manual machine. So everything you have ever seen me do on air here at HSN, you've seen me do all these different materials. If a regular Gemini can do it, don't think it's the difference between electronic and a manual machine. It's not. It's the difference between a Gemini and another brand. These are made in the same factory. They have the same gearing technology and system in them that we put into all of our Geminis, which we sell hundreds of thousands of, but you now have that delivered in a manual machine.
So again, because this is a very special day and we're celebrating multiple anniversaries, and for every anniversary there has been something really spectacular. For Sarah Davies and Crafter's Companion, all eyes are here. This is the heartbeat of this show. It was commissioned by HSN to be custom made to celebrate 17 years. The exclusive color, which you cannot find, is only available for 550 customers. We are already down to 450. I have 250 people placing orders as we speak. So 450 minus 250, we're about 200 left. Now, when we sell this out, there is no reorder. This isn't back in 2 months or 3 months or 6 months. We love the Gemini Midi, but there's something nice about having something special, something exclusive to commemorate and celebrate this massive milestone, which is 17 years. Crafter's Companion. What Sarah's showing you is what's important. This is a machine, as it were, non-electric, of course, that gives you the power and performance at half the price. The versatility is there, the ease of use is there, and honestly, Sarah, you know better than anybody, a lot of people prefer it this way.
Yeah, they really do, Adam, and I'm going to correct you a tiny little bit. We made 1,000 of these. The difference is, and this is where you sometimes tell me off, right? I did give our hardcore customers the heads up on Facebook and YouTube. That explains it. And all the people, because you've got to remember there's a lot of collectors out there, Adam. So there'll be a lot of people who love our Geminis, collect our Geminis. The fact that this is a one-off limited print run, we're only ever making 1,000 of these. If you aren't one of them other 200 people that are in the queue to get this, we're not going to be repeating this and bringing this back in March or in May for National Scrapbook Day. We're doing it as a 17th anniversary special one-off. So it will only ever be 1,000 people who own the Gemini Mini. So if you've been looking at it and you've been waiting a while and you've maybe got some Christmas money and you've been thinking about it, I'm just going to tell you now, this is not a new machine that's been added into our collection and will be brought back, okay? We have done this as a one-off. We've only made 1,000. When all 1,000 of them are gone, that's the end of that. It's made to match the brand new Gemini 2 colorway. Beautiful. It's got those lovely suckers on the bottom, so it will work. You see it keeps suctioning onto my plate. Maybe it's for a lot of people, Adam, they've got the big version of the Gemini, and then they like to use this for speed, for the quickness, or maybe they have, this is the one that, because it's not heavy, I mean, literally you can pop this in your handbag and take this with you. It's portable, it goes around everywhere, but it gives the same performance. You've watched me live on air. How many demonstrators come on HSN and you watch them cut real leather live on air? You won't see it, Adam, because the machines can't do it. Other machines cannot, they don't have the pressure. And I have the pressure whether you're using my big Gemini Pro, my regular Gemini, the Gemini Midi, the Gemini Mini. If it says Gemini on it, it's going to cut leather. And here's the thing, Adam, doesn't just work exclusively with my dies. It works with every brand of dies. So here's the thing, right? If you've got a closet full of dies that you've been collecting over years, and those dies only cut paper, you've bought them to cut paper, wonderful, right? You use them in a Gemini machine, and that same die that you've had for years from another company, you can use it to cut leather. You can use it to cut a tin can. You can use it to cut all of this material. People upgrade their regular die cutting machines to a Gemini to be able to get this performance because it reinvigorates everything they already own. I don't just want you to think, oh, I don't have many of Sarah's dies, so maybe I don't need her machine. Not about that. It's about go and count how many dies you've got and how many of those dies don't cut and don't give you the performance that you want them to, or maybe it's only cut a thin paper, but you could never dream of cutting a pearl card or a glitter card with them. As long as you've got a Gemini, and you used to think, oh, well, I've got to spend $300 to get a Gemini to do that. You don't. $99, but we're only doing this machine. We will have the Gemini Midi back later in the year, but it'll just be the regular white one. If you want the exclusive limited edition colour, there's like, that's all we've got, because we only made 1,000 and that's the last of them.
I know how proud you are of this, and I think that these demonstrations really help to prove that point. It hammers home the point. It has the power because of the particular factories and manufacturers that Crafters Companion work with. They source the very best. So the gearing that's in there allows that pressure to be applied, which is why Sarah was just doing it on 3, 4, 5 layers of fabric, let alone the leather that you just saw as well. So you imagine, I've got my plug-in version that might be $200, $300, $400. Now I've got my manual version, which people love. Again, not everybody loves to have the electric. People like the versatility and the ease of use of just the crank handle, and there is nothing wrong with that. You are in control. It's easy to do, but you're not sacrificing on the power. So the projects that you might do with the electric, yes, you can do with this, absolutely, but you don't have to spend as much money. And again, it's smaller and nice and easy, and you can travel with it, but price, $99.95 for something that you cannot find after we sell this out. Custom made for HSN to celebrate this 17-year anniversary. They're telling me we've got to wrap it up because it is about to sell out. If it's in your shopping cart, quickly check out. If you're on the phone line, as fast as you can, confirm that purchase. I hope you love it. Please leave a review when you get it home. Talking of loving, don't forget to stream HSN Plus, because I think you'll love that as well. It's free, and you can dive into the total shopping experience. It's the shows you know and love, and so much more. There's exclusive shows and events and new and returning favorites and deals that cannot be beat, all for the grand price of $0. It's free. It's free any place you stream. Stream now at plus.hsn.com. That's plus.hsn.com. On the way next, the biggest selling item of 2023 returns at the lowest price ever, and our secret item will be revealed.
HSN is bringing you one of our biggest Tucson gem events ever. Discover jewelry treasures from around the globe without leaving your living room, including mine finds from J. King, gemstone jewelry from Colleen Lopez, and more. It's a gem-filled week you won't want to miss, with special guests joining us from Tucson on Tuesday, February 6th. The Tucson Gem Event, now through February 6th. Get the best deals on the things you love with the HSN card. As an HSN card VIP, you'll get all kinds of perks, like VIP financing on so many items, plus extra flex on every item under $369, all day, every day, and at least 8 VIP savings events a year. Includes fraud protection, and there's no annual fee. Apply now and instantly get $10 off when you're approved. Call 1-800-695-1418 or visit hsn.com/HSN card.
HSN is celebrating Black History Month
with a full day of highlighting Black-owned and founded businesses.
Discover a specially curated assortment of brands and products
that celebrate the Black experience
and feeling beautiful in the skin that you're in.
It's a 25-hour celebration
featuring the premiere of Harlem's Fashion Row live from New York.
Starts Wednesday at 11 p.m. through Thursday on HSN and hsn.com.
I want to thank the team behind the scenes